What's going on, guys? Chuck here with today's Awesome Blu-Ray Purchase, and this is going to be just a short one today. We're going to be showcasing the big February Screen Factory release of Alligator and Alligator II, the Mutation. So this was like a day one pre-order for me when I saw it. Screen Factory was releasing this. This was probably like early this year or end of last year when it was pre-ordered. I know this is one that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time to get a good proper release. At least the first time it's been put on Blu-ray and in 4K no less. So that's pretty cool. And of course, this is a 4K and Blu-ray release. Take a look at the close-up of the slipcover there. There's a And this is a 3-disc set. There's a lot of good special features on here. Of course, it's being a 3-disc set because it's the 4K disc in your Blu-ray. Plus, which is really cool, it comes with the television version on here, which I see that Screen Factory does this a lot with some of their releases. If they can find the television edit, they'll put it on here. They did it with Terror in the Isles, which is really cool to see because that was like a totally different film. Their most recent release of King Kong 76 had the extended television cut, which was a big thing. Because I remember when that played, it was like a two-parter. It showed over 2 nights. So there's a lot of extended stuff in that. And I mean, again, this having the television version is really cool because that was a big thing around that time, 70s and 80s. Which is you really don't have anymore. Is that, when films were released on broadcast TV, it was a big deal, and because of that, they would stretch them out over. Some movies that stretched out over 2 nights, and like Superman the movie was that way. I think Star Trek Motion Picture, another one that was stretched out over 2 nights to fit commercials, and also to adjust for the runtime or the commercial time. They would add extra scenes. Some things will be changed, obviously, for censors. Have certain words, bleeped over, changed, or whatever. But they would add in additional scenes that weren't in the theatrical version, making almost, a different film, which is, not something you see anymore. Because now, you have unrated versions released straight to home video or whatever. But and they're on the 80s, 70s, 80s. That was a big thing for television versions of the films, and so. It's really cool that Screen Factory is preserving that and some of these collector's editions. And what's cool here, you can watch the television version, but also the deleted TV scenes are by themselves as a special feature. You've also got, so this is the Blu-rays. It's also a 4K scan for the original negative. You've got an interview with. Actress Robin Riker, interview with director Louis Teague, interview with special effects artist Robert Short. You get the audio commentary with Louis Teague and Robert Forrester. So obviously this is probably from an older version. Maybe I think this was a Region 2 DVD, so maybe they're pulling that over. You get interviews with screenwriter John Sayles. You get a teaser and theatrical trailer. You get TV spots and trailers from hell. With filmmaker Karen Kusama. So, again, all kinds of great special features. They really went all out for this version of Alligator. And then the television version is a 4K scan, also from the original camera negative, with the original, with the additional footage. I can't speak. The additional footage being scanned from an inner positive. So that's really cool. Again. It went all out. I just actually finished watching this, and again, I'm not the biggest critique on audio visual, but I will tell you, it looked really, really good. It felt like an 80s film without. It wasn't really grainy. It was a nice, clean image. The sounds was it the original mono sound? There's no remixing of stereo or anything like that, but it was a good solid soundtrack. It sounded really good. It was crisp. I really enjoyed it. And again, I don't have the 4K player, so I didn't see the 4K version. I just watched a Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray was amazing. So get the slipcover off here, and you have your reverse artwork, which is really cool. Get that glare off there. There we go. And then the back of that. Open it up, and you've got your 4K disc, your Blu-ray, and then the theatrical version. I had that upside down, don't I? The theatrical version of Blu-ray, and then the television version on Blu-ray. So there's that. So again, this was an excellent release from Scream Factory. Again, this is a movie that a lot of people have been waiting for, wanting to get for a long time. So this is excellent way to get it. So if you haven't picked it up, grab it now. And I didn't get the poster or anything like that with it. I didn't order it directly from Scream Factory. As I said before, most of these I tend to pre-order from Amazon because I don't have to pay up front. I can wait till it actually ships, which gives me time to have the money. Because sometimes, when these things go right on sale, I don't have the money on hand. And I also don't need the posters on, as I've said before. So, and I did get this day of release. I know you get it from Scream Factory, you get it early. I'm seeing my social media flooded with images of this. But this was the official release date. I did get it on this date. So, it worked out. Next up, of course, the other one, Alligator II, the Mutation. And when I hear that, it's funny. I can almost hear the legendary Percy Rodriguez's voice as if he were doing a trailer, in that deep, menacing voice. And if you don't know the name Percy Rodriguez, you'll know his voice from the many trailers he's done. Specifically, look for the trailer for Jaws. He is the voiceover in that and many others. He was also the voice of the alien orb in Heavy Metal, which I know that has a name, but I don't remember what that name was. I've only seen the movie once. But he has that fantastic voice, but I can almost hear him saying, Alligator II, the Mutation. That was a horrible impression, but if you can just imagine Percy Rodriguez, he could say that, and that's exactly how awesome it would sound, because he was such a fun, such a fantastic voice. But, so this, again, not a collector's edition of that, just basically just a regular release title. Let's see what we got here. You've got new interviews with the director, John Hess, second unit director, Eugene Hess, special effects artist John Eggett, and actor Kane Hodder, and a trailer. So there's the back of that. I believe this, I don't know a whole lot about this. I've seen the trailer on their YouTube site. I think this is like a straight to DVD or maybe a cable TV movie, but there's a disc, and then you just got like a little image there, I'm guessing, of a mutated alligator. I'm not sure. It's kind of a blur. But still, it's really cool. They put both of these out. They came on the same day. Obviously, Alligator 2 is not as well sought after or known. Sorry, I can't get this straight now. As the original Alligator, but it's cool that Scream Factory got both these films and released them together. So it makes for a good double feature. Also, one thing that I'm going to mention here that I just actually realized, I thought about, there is on the Alligator special features, there's one that's not listed on here. But it's an interview with actor Bryan Cranston. And I guess very early on in his career, around, obviously 1979 when this was being filmed, he worked as he called it, the assistant to the assist, or it was a production assistant, something like way down the line. But he helped, one of the things he talked about, he helped stuff the hero alligator prop with all the blood and guts for the explosion scene. But he worked on that. But it also, the main reason for his interview, as he says, is that he wanted to talk about Robert Forster. And he had to tell this great story of being, this, like I said, assistant to the assistant to the assistant of the production assistant, working on this on the film, and how they were to get to the drain areas of LA where they were filming. They had to get on a group bus, and Robert Forster happened to pop in that bus, and the only seat that was left open was next to Bryan Cranston. And it's a great story, and talks about how, I guess, what a great guy Robert Forster was, and how, I guess, humble and genuine of an actor or a person he was to everybody on the set, not just the big name stars. And then he bookends that with an experience he had with Robert Forster working years later on Breaking Bad, where the roles were kind of just totally different. Bryan Cranston, not a big star, and Forster's working on a set. He talks about he hadn't changed. He was still the same genuine, appreciative individual. But it's a really great story, and it's a good little feature. It's on here. Again, I'm surprised it's not listed on the special features, but it's worth it's worth checking out. It's a nice little interview with Bryan Cranston, and he speaks very well of Robert Forster. So that is it. The Alligator II: The Mutation from the Screen Factory, just released today. Great. At least I've not had a chance to check this one out yet, but this was really fun, and this is a fun movie too. I'm looking forward to checking out the television version to see what's different on that. But the theatrical version, it sounded great, and it was just a fun movie. And I know I had never seen it all the way through. I think I remember seeing it on TV as a kid, but only bits and pieces I recall. And of course, I remember seeing clips of it on in Terror in the Aisles. So it was nice to get to finally see the full movie. And it was well worth it. It was very enjoyable. So, again, from Screen Factory today, Alligator and Alligator 2, The Mutation. So, that is it. If you enjoyed this, click the thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know if you've picked these up, what your thoughts are on, Alligator, or Alligator 2, if you've seen Alligator 2, what your thoughts on that are. So, that is it for now. Until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side.